one extra item right from the get-go. High movement speed, high wave clear from that late game as well. Keep yourself at bay on this. So we're going into game number 1 of Series 2 as Bao taking a lot of damage right from the get-go from Curtizi. Able to just dash out of the way, but Curtizi has his eyes set on Bao, forced to use the flicker to get out of the way. A useful resource just thrown away.
Now, of course, when it comes down to Vanguard Esports lineup, I will say that yes, the Valentina is 100% forced, just so that they do not get countered for their Lucas pick. So that is actually a very difficult part to play for Vanguard Esports already. And to make things even more difficult, I would say that the first pick onto the Cho kind of put them in a tough spot even more, because if they first pick onto the Cho and then forced pick onto the Valentina, there is no synergy between these two. We don't have the Valentina with that burst damage. So you need a burst damage from someone else, which didn't seem to appear in Vanguard Esports. That's the main problem. As such, I will say that the catch factor from the side of Vanguard Esports is going to be heavily handicapped, whereas NIP Flash, they would not have any problems whatsoever being caught by the Way of Dragon. Maybe in only like very rare situations where the Vanguard Esports 5-man group up, yeah, someone's definitely gonna die.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, but it's a little bit interesting to see how the composition moves around, because now you're an assassin, and assassin farms much faster than a fighter in the jungle, so the Lucas will be a little bit tougher, dealing with 2. Able to pop his Unleash the Beast, but a little bit too late for that one, as JPL is there for backup. So Nandes goes down, NIP Flash takes down First Blood. What's the play for Vanguard Esports? It kind of seems like they're intimidated.
Definitely seem intimidated. They don't have the mid lane priority, which is one of the most important things that they would need. With a Cho plus a Valentina, they are very comical. You are going up against a JPL, we're going up against a Gatokacha, and Gatokacha is super good against very comical heroes. As such, most of the time you'll probably see Gatokacha in the middle lane, just so that middle lane pressure from Vanguard Esports is really non-existent.
Flora's pathway already popped up. Hades secures that turtle. Super Ryan caught in crossfire as Nandes trying to get as much down with that ultimate, but not enough.
He can't match
AOG, oh, sucks in 2. That's the traction pulse in question. You've got Hades, you've got the rest of the NIP Goon Squad coming in and crashing everyone out.
Now, Vanguard Esports don't even have the opportunity to play their middle lane at all. They understand that NIP Flash have a very strong front line, and they have counters. NIP Flash have counters, just a single guy countering against 2 men in the middle lane, which is super important to clear wave, move off to the other lane, and influence those lanes. And in this case, that's just not possible. EXP and the gold lane for Vanguard Esports now would be in such a tough spot. They lose their entire river control, and especially with HO, you're supposed to get the river control. So most, if not all of this game, Bao is gonna be hunted down like a beast, and he cannot do anything at all.
Luxenstein surviving with a sliver of health, but take a look at the levels that Flash has on top of Vanguard. Hades takes down another kill from Nandes down the mid-side jungle, as Lucas not having good games so far, 0-3-0. Got that killing spree, but might not be enough because he's not going to be able to utilize the killing spree at all. Now, fun fact about killing spree, now you don't need to kill an enemy for you to get a full-on regeneration. You just got to hit someone below 30% health. So I think that is a huge, huge booster for him. On the other hand, though, Flash is power level. Diablo is roughly around 2 levels ahead of Super Ryan from that midpoint mark. 5-0, 4,000 gold lead. If you are Vanguard Esports, what is the play for you?
I think that the main thing is...
Nice little traction pulse. Bao trying to run away. Got the Growler's Pathway, just wasting that ultimate in Diablo, setting one for his own, trying to chase him down as NIP Flash just ramping up the momentum, taking down Walker Knackle once again. You have your eyes set on that purple buff. You will steal it away from getting pulled back. Man, the immobilization, the crowd control from Flash is just too much for Vanguard to handle. This is a 5k gold lead, 5 minutes in. And Luxenstein's next on the chopping block on the bottom side.
Just gonna have to see that Luxenstein is gonna be the next one going down. And this is just unfortunate point, right? Because you asked me that question. What does Vanguard Esports gotta do now? Right?
You can't hunker down. You can't play safe.
Yeah,
because
so
they're everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie to anyone. What they gotta do now, think about next game. What do they gotta have to change about their composition, right? Mid lane, you have no game. You cannot wave clear. You cannot do anything. Your EXP, you are so slow. In the gold lane, you are playing the late game. Your jungle plays killing spree.
4-on-2, they finally take down JPL. The Traction Pulse won't hit its mark as Vanguard Esports just take one consolation prize. Looking like they want to go for more though. Hades picks one off. You got a shadow kill directly onto this Valentina. Nothing that Walker could do to walk away. Like you said, Abstract, right now Vanguard Esports way too far behind. They might be able to look for the second game, but they're sure as hell fighting for this one.
I mean, they gotta have to fight. They gotta have to show their sportsmanship and just play all the way through, right? It's currently 6 minutes into the game, and if NIP Flash really want to end this game fast enough, they don't even have to take this upcoming turn.
Ooh, nice little purify from Vanix with the Way of the Dragon. Luxenstein's gonna be targeted on. The AOG lands, blocking the side of path from Bao. Diablo will take him down from the bottom side as well. Nandez just taking a little bit too much. Unleash the Beast is not enough for him to stay alive as Flash is pummeling and crashing through all of the turrets on that top side. JPL, they're just to body block the rest of Vanguard from coming out. Call it intimidation, call it fear. Vanguard Esports, it's just very difficult to watch.
There is no high ground on the side of Vanguard Esports. No way that they are able to touch anyone. Only Luxenstein is realistically be able to do anything at all. But in the meantime, middle lane fight going on.
There's a lot of damage getting soaked up by Flash. They don't want to fight this underneath the turret, but all 5 members are there. They do have that damage to take them out. They just need to find the right angle as Hades tries to take a little bit of a gander onto Vanguard Esports, but no, he'll go straight for that turtle.
Oh, they actually want to go for the turtle. Technically speaking, if you
they could wait for the Lord of Madara.
Yeah, they could wait for the Lord, technically, because they are so far ahead. They technically don't even need the economy or that lead from the turtle. What they can do is just leave the turtle as it is and summon the Lord earlier.
That's a lot of damage that Diablo, just this tanky horse centaur thing, dealing a lot. And Super Ryan, Crossbow Tang will not be able to finish the job, able to pop that Primal Wrath. Just in the nick of time though. AOG out to safety. They set their eyes, their focus onto the turrets. So objective gaming is the name of the game for Flash.
And just like that, just in the Vanguard Esports wants to go for something on Diablo, only to be baited!
Nice little shadow kill by Hades onto the back line. Walker Nacko just running away. Won't be able to hit his mark and take him down, but the damage is done. Flash is so up ahead. They're 12k gold ahead of Vanguard Esports as Hades just showing us that style coming through.
Bottom lane, T3 already destroyed. In fact, they're looking at the middle lane T3 to destroy as well, since there's no more of that holy defense. As such, Vanguard Esports, as much as possible, they will want to keep the holy defense up in the top lane intact for as long as possible, because the moment that they lose the holy defense, that is a full wave clear already. NIP Flash, they will come in from every single angle, and Vanguard Esports wouldn't even be able to do anything. Unfortunately, that's the holy defense gone, and because they don't have a high ground, they can't clear that.
Vanguard Esports way too far behind. Luxenstein dealing nothing at all to Hades. Just a tickle. You got the shadow again. Trying to bounce away. Bao popped into Jit Kundo. Gets away to safety with a pixel. As Vanguard Esports dealing so much damage. Hades with that pounce there. AOG lands onto one. Here's the crossbow tank from Vanix. Taking 2 out. They've got the minions, they've got the base. Menandez staying strong with Unleash the Beast. They lost 3 now, but NIP Flash, they still want to end this right here and right now. The minions are just pumping through that top side. Man, it looks like it's it. Glorious Pathway already laid down. Vanix taking a little bit too much damage from Luxenstein. Doesn't want to end the game as of now, or he can't. Can't do it alone.
What the hell happened? He should have been able to end that game.
Now, Hades was a little bit too trigger happy, went onto the backside. He's got the Sky Piercer already built up as well. Dealing with a lot of damage with the shurikens just from that one burst, but I think he was locked out by Super Ryan, so good call from there. Vanix just dancing around Bao. Unable to just get any hits whatsoever onto Vanix. It's just healing everything back up. So the power of the double marksman is coming back into action, my friend.
Boy, oh boy. But now with the Lord currently available for the picking, NIP Flash now takes down the Lord and will be looking at an eventual, well, pounce over to Vanguard Esports final case. And just like that, we've got a middle lane already moving in, and unfortunately none of the members from the side of Vanguard Esports is ready. They come in from the northern side, the top side, and now this is probably the end. We're looking at about 28,000 gold from the side of Vanguard Esports, while in the meantime, NIP Flash with a 10,000 gold lead. With a lot of items that is missing from the side of Vanguard Esports, there's not much that they can do.
Hades wanted to pull the trigger, unable to hit his mark onto Nandes, but he's able to just walk back, hit the turret recovery, the fraction pulse laid down. He got the Dora's pathway as well. Cortese takes down one AOG from themselves. Volcanago committing himself way too much, way too early, taking down all before taking down the throne. That's a maniac that I hear as NIP Flash just secures game number 1 with a dominant victory.